Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. I hope that everyone's having a great day so far. I wanted to pull a divine counterpart reading. I'm actually not going to start with the death. I'm going to do a divine counterpart reading. So for you and your counterpart, your twin flame, your masculine, your feminine. So I'm going to start with the tarot. There's an ending of a cycle right now, whether that be something going on within your connection, that you guys are turning a new leaf, that there's a fresh start, or that something is coming to an end entirely, maybe a karmic situation or soul partner. It feels more like it's a turning of a new leaf within your relationship, within your counterpart. May I please have 3 cards for the feminine, followed by 3 cards for the masculine. Wow, there's some heartbreak here, for sure. May I please have 2 more cards for the masculine? Okay, so, hidden. We're going to put these here. You got 4 cards. For the divine feminine, I feel you need to let go of the situation entirely, and I know that has, or seems like it has, like dual meanings. Like, how are you supposed to believe in this and manifest it and let it go at the same time? Like, those are opposites. But this separation is for your greater good. It's for your learning and your growth, your alignment with yourself, so that you guys can both raise your vibe and come together in alignment with yourself and raise the vibe of yourselves and the planet. So I do feel like you are carrying lots of heavy burdens. I also feel like you're getting messages from your angels or signs. Those 2 feathers in his hat stuck out to me, and generally feathers are messages from the angels. So I do get to listen to your guides. They're right there, they're with you, and you're carrying all these burdens and perhaps not seeing them or not believing in those signs. So believe in them. When you ask the angels and they give you the signs, they are real. They are communicating with you. Next, you got the death card. That's what's telling me that you need to let this go. This is weighing very heavy on you. I also pick up some potentially obsessive behavior from this card. There's so many swords. They're bound together. Perhaps doing a cord cutting ceremony would benefit you. There's plenty of ways to do that. You can look it up on YouTube. I'm sure you can Google it and do an energetic cord cutting ceremony, and asking the angels for guidance and helping you to release this person from your life. Because as soon as you release that energy that is tying you guys together, it's usually, they can feel that. And so right now they feel your presence even if you're not present, because your energy is still with them unknowingly to both of you. And they can feel that, and they're thriving on that. So if you cut those cords, that energetic cord, then that's when they can start to feel the loss of you in their life and start to miss you. But if you're obsessing, if you're still putting your energy in towards them, they can feel that for sure. So big time letting go on your part. Do the work, ask, pray to let go, because you're carrying these burdens in your present, and there can be so much joy in your present. If you just let this go, let it be, stay in your feminine energy, get out of this hurt. Always easier said than done, but do those daily works. Do that self-love. Love yourself first. That is something that just came through very strongly, yes. To do things where you show yourself more love. And if in this relationship you did not get the love that you were wanting, pour that love into yourself and give yourself that love that you were wanting them to give you and they just weren't able to give you at that time. I do see them seeing you in this beautiful power, but we're only capable of showing up in a relationship as far as we've evolved or as much as we've loved ourselves. We can only love another as much as we love ourselves. So continue to love yourself, and that's what you're going to start bringing in, manifesting into your life, is that deep love for yourself, and a partner will start to do that for you, or do that also with you. Do that with you. But whatever you were lacking, everyone's a mirror. So whatever the hurt is in that relationship that you need to let go of, whatever the pain is, I do get that there is so much pain, that there is something really beautiful here with this white rose, but it's just covered in thorns. So there was something very beautiful and painful for you at the same time, and the angels are just asking you to let this go. Pour the love that you wanted here into yourself and cut those cords. Those are the biggest messages. And listen to your signs. Those are the biggest messages I'm getting right now for you. Excuse me. So for the divine masculine, I see that he's starting to pick up the pieces, that it's kind of starting to click for him. Perhaps the pain that he put you through. I have the 5 of Swords here. So I see him picking up the pieces and him looking over at these people who are sad, who are mourning. So it looks very bleak. It looks very, right after the war, right after the storm. I don't know if this is present or if he's just coming around to this. But I feel like he is starting to actually be in a place to see the hurt that he put you through. And that he does see you. That's him now, that he's starting to realize these things. I don't think he was seeing it that way before. I think he was, I don't know what he was doing, but he wasn't seeing it from your perspective or the hurt that he put on you. And he's starting to clean it up, it feels like. He does see you and this relationship as the sun, as the source of his happiness, and he wants that back for sure. And then these two, I feel like, go together. The King of Cups is very emotional. The Cups is a card of love, or cards of love, and the Empress is you and your power. So I do see him viewing you now, like looking back at you and being in your power. Maybe he didn't view you as that before. Maybe he saw you as something entirely different that fed into his fears, or that proved his fears right, that he didn't see you for the Empress that you are. He was seeing you as something else, and now that there's been a time to come back, to take a step back, he's seeing you as the Empress. You've gained some new things. Maybe you started doing new hobbies. Maybe you honed in on hobbies, but he sees you surrounded with flowers, with things that like that you've gained a lot since the relationship, and that you're standing strong in your power. And look at this. I mean, the way they come out, it does look like he's just watching for now, but he's watching with so much love. So I don't know if that means he's going to take action, but let's ask the cards. What is in the future for the feminine? May I please have 3 cards for the feminine, 3 cards for the masculine, and then 3 cards for the connection. I'm going to read them all upright because that's what I like to do. Oh, wow. May I please have 1 more card for the masculine, and then 3 cards for the connection. We have a few more than 3 for the connection. But okay, for you, I see all good things. So you have the 10 of Pentacles, And this is generally a card of celebration, potentially weddings, engagements, baby showers, maybe not necessarily for you, but for someone close to you. I do get this is for you though. There is hope in the star. And love in the Two of Cups. So I'm not quite sure if I'm getting that from this situation. What I'm getting is to let go of this situation and allow your masculine to do his work. It feels like he's just starting. So I don't, if whether you've been in separation for a little amount of time or a long amount of time, he's just starting to change. Those wheels are turning, to change his perspective on, oh wow, maybe I need to look more at myself. And that's just at the beginning stages. And so this potentially could be with someone new, someone who comes in and gives you all of these things that you were wanting here, and your masculine just wasn't ready at the time. So this could potentially leave you with a choice, be a soul connection, but whether it's with your divine masculine or the soul connection, there is commitment, there's hope, and there's a lot of love shared together mutually. From whomever this is, that's what's stemming from this. But you need to let go of the obsessive behavior, the burdens, and pour all the love into yourself, and then this is what's going to happen. So for the masculine, we got the Five of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Lovers. So I do get that the shadow work for him is extremely difficult. Perhaps he has a large ego and it needs to be broken down, and that's what his lesson is in this divine connection. Just one moment, please. Okay. We're back. So I do feel like he's gonna come to you for comfort. Maybe there's gonna be bad news coming in on his end, or maybe this is his healing, his shadow work, his dark night of the soul, that once he starts realizing the hurt that he did cause to others, it feels like it's going to be really hard for his ego to understand that, even though it should be about the others, but we all have our stuff. So I do feel like he's going to come to you when something happens. If he starts digging through that and seeing that, he's going to come back and ask for forgiveness, and it does look like you're going to give it to him. The Hermit, perhaps he's taking some time to be introspective at this point. It does feel, well, not necessarily more still, but I do feel like in the moments of stillness, when he does have those, he thinks of you. And he thinks of this connection, and it is a light for him, this connection. He does view this as his happiness and his son. I just feel like he just has no idea how to go about it. The past seems like it was very, very volatile, so at this point, I just don't think that he knows how to go about it. But the future is saying that he's going to be in hermit mode, going introspective and asking for forgiveness. There's also the Lovers card. So he does see you as his person, as his love. So my best advice is to continue to love yourself and do whatever that looks like. If it's starting new projects, just whatever energy you've been, obsessing or putting into him, shift that energy into yourself and see how your life changes. See how this connection changes as a whole. So as a connection, we got the Three of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. So the first thing that pops out is how the Emperor is looking at the Queen of Swords over here. You are in your power. Where there was one rose before full of thorns in the Death card telling you to let go. Yes, this is a beautiful connection and a painful one. Where there was one rose before, now you're surrounded by them. You've grown. You're cultivating something really special for your life, really beneficial for your life. And when you're in this power, he sees it. He's watching you. In his Emperor energy, done the work, watching you and seeing you in this power. I do see perhaps someone turning their back on this situation. That could be right now, that could be in the future, but someone's looking ahead. So I get two messages. Either someone is turning their back on the situation, and that could be you, that you're just, trying to let it go, and it's still hard for you because it's still surrounding you, so I get that for sure. But another thing I get is someone is looking forward. So perhaps this is your divine counterpart looking forward at before he had this in and out energy, and now looking forward at what could be, what they really want, what you really want, both of you looking forward. And you're still surrounded by this energy, by the energy of the other person and the connection. And so maybe trying to figure out what you want moving forward, and if the other person can provide that for you, or what that would even look like. But I feel like contemplating new things moving forward from this card. And a lot of stillness in the relationship, so I don't see any action being taken in the near future. There's two different times in this read where the Emperor is, or where the masculine is watching the feminine in her power. So he's aware, and he does want to come in. He just has no idea how to come in right now because you are so in your power. I do think it brings up a lot of intimidation, of fears, of insecurity within your masculine, but he got the King of Cups and the Emperor, so he's growing up, he's getting there, and he's watching you be in your power, and I feel like he's really appreciating who you are from afar right now. And in the heart of it is the Nine of Pentacles, a lot of mystery, a lot of magic going on, so maybe there's some things hidden in the connection right now that you're not supposed to see, and just trust in divine timing, because divine timing is always at your best interest. But you gotta do your work during the separation, during all of this, or else it ends up being a block and ends up extending the separation. At the bottom of the deck, we have, oh, interesting, yes, that's exactly what I just got. So the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I do feel like someone is holding on to some knowledge or hiding something at this time, and just know that that's okay. The truth always comes out. So the truth will come out. Interesting. I accidentally have a different card in here, so we'll see. Life everlasting, your mortal nature. Stay grounded in your power. Allow energy to flow through you. And take a pause if anything starts getting overwhelming for you, or these burdens get too heavy. Take a pause, take a breather, take a bath, get back to yourself, and then come back to the world. May I please have one angel card for the feminine, one angel card for the masculine, and one angel card for the connection. Yes, I'm definitely getting that there are some things hidden from you. I don't know if your masculine is hiding these things, or if just in the connection, the growth, what's happening, maybe it feels stagnant. But you're not supposed to know at this time. I do feel like with time though, they will be revealed. May I please have a card for the masculine and one card for the connection. I'm going to take both of these for the masculine. May I please have one more card for the connection? Oh, interesting. Okay, so for you, you got creativity. This card also is abundant in roses. So that is a theme here. Abundance is always available to you, and also so is your feminine power. So different exercises to get back into your feminine power, because this is fertility, this is roses, this is growing, this is a lot of light. So all of these beautiful things that the feminine is, and tapping into your creativity, that's another feminine. So when you tap into that, you're really going to be tapping into your feminine and in your true power. So that's an angel guidance for you, is to find something that allows you to be creative and really put work into that, or devote time to being creative. For your divine masculine, he's getting multiple cards, some messages for him today. So conflict resolution and intuition. I feel like he is really, really starting to realize what happened in this connection, and that he was a lot more hurtful to you than he was willing to admit before. And he's really starting to see that, and it does not make him feel good. It does not make him feel good at all. And so he is wanting conflict resolution and doesn't know how to go about it, and is surrounded by Archangel Raguel to guide him, because he is really seeking resolution with you. Peace. Just let go of the outcome. It might not be something romantic right now. It could just be peace. And especially like the more volatile it was, baby steps. So peace first before you can even think about anything romantic. Intuition. I do feel like he sees you as his person. We have the sun, and this moon stands out so strongly. The sun and the moon, like, you guys are divine counterparts, and he's starting to really realize that. I feel like before he was just telling himself a story to protect himself, and he's starting to realize who you really are to him and what this connection really was and the power in it. He has the sun and the moon equal yin and yang. So he's coming around. It's just starting. If you pray to Archangel Raguel, if you want conflict resolution, Angel Fuel for intuition, and Nathaniel for creativity. And you guys, for the connection, we have children. So, in a blue butterfly, which is actually the cover of this deck. Ask an angel. Children, perhaps you guys are meant to have children in the future. That's honestly the biggest thing I'm getting from it. Maybe your spirit babies are connecting you guys in the 5D, and that's what's starting this whole transformation in your masculine. Yeah, planting the seeds for something to grow. But my biggest intuition, my biggest feeling is that perhaps this connection is meant to have kids in the future, and it does not feel that far off. At the bottom of the deck, you got sexuality by or with Angel Anil. So a healthy sexuality. I do feel like he is really missing that part of your connection, that he's thinking about those times and really, really connecting to a lot of that sexual power. I don't think he only wants sex from you at all. I think he's just reconnecting to that sexual flow that you guys had between you. May I please have 2 cards for the feminine, 2 cards for the masculine, and 2 cards for the connection. Okay, you got prayer and adventure. So pray, keep your prayer up. I feel like especially in this time where you're carrying burdens, where you're releasing those cords, pray, 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 because angels are always listening and are here to help. So definitely pray and adventure. Maybe go on an adventure, get a reset, Do something really fun, something spontaneous, and you'll start to feel yourself come alive again. Your divine masculine got divine mystery. Be present in the power of now. Be in the moment and witness the wonder of it all. And fear. So for divine mystery, I feel like he's trying to be in the present now. He's trying to be more aware. He's not running anymore. And also that perhaps he's really missing you. He's really missing what you brought to the table, because when he had it, he did not see these things at all. And so now, like, the mystery of you is back in separation. Like if you guys dated again, it would have to literally be like starting over. And he's curious. He's intrigued by that mystery that the separation has created. There's a lot of fear. I think you bring out a lot of fear in him, just who you are, how strong you are, the things in you bring out a lot of fear in him, and he's trying to figure out, or perhaps not, that might be the next step, but just how to get past that fear, how to move in love instead. And perhaps this is something you can pray on, that you guys are both able to move forward in love and without fear, because I'm sure there was fear in both, but he definitely is operating from a fear standpoint, and the angels are with him working that out. For the connection, you got gratitude and diversity. So a lot of thankfulness for who you guys are and what you've brought into each other's lives. And I also feel like you guys are very different people. So to appreciate each other's uniqueness and to love each other for exactly who you are, and to see who the other person is, and not through the eyes of who you want them to be, but who they truly are. And I feel like this is starting to happen. In the past, perhaps you were seeing him through the lights of what you wanted him to be, and vice versa, and they weren't actually who you were, and that caused a lot of friction. And now there's just a lot of gratitude overall for the other person and what they've brought into your life and who they are. Beautiful. And change is at the bottom of the deck, so big changes happening. Big changes are turning, that's for sure. I feel like I keep seeing this wheel, like one of those water wheels that like the water just starts. So like the water just started pouring in, and so it's like, okay, now it's going, and then it'll start continuing momentum. But I feel like that water just started, so it's a very slow movement. All right, this is all I have for you guys today for this divine counterpart reading. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if this resonates. Leave a comment if you like the reading. I'd love to know what you guys think. All right, have a good day.